So in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix your gut microbiome if you have Crohn's or colitis or any other gut issues so that you can go back to a normal life. Now, one of the students that did my 13-day protocol, his gut microbiome, his Crohn's and colitis was so out of control. He was literally going to the bathroom like 20 times a day. His wife was a wonderful baker, would make like fresh homemade sourdough bread, and he still couldn't eat that, even though it was like super organic, ancient grain. Like, couldn't touch it at all. Now, Dr. Burrell Crohn, the guy who discovered Crohn's disease in the 1930s, he originally thought that it was caused by tuberculosis. And you'll see some theories floating around today that Crohn's and colitis is caused by MAP bacteria, which stands for microbacteria. It's a bacteria. They're bigger bacteria. They're closer to fungi. I don't know like all the details, but tuberculosis is a MAP bacteria. They thought it was tuberculosis of the gut for a long time, and that's actually very close to what it is. But so essentially what he did, and this is what my student did as well. He you have like really bad C. diff and all this stuff. Okay, let's take antibiotics. Takes antibiotics, doesn't get better. It's because now you have no gut flora, and there's not enough good guys. Okay, all right, I'm gonna take some antibiotics and I'm going to take some probiotics. Nothing. Just more money out of the bank account, more time wasted, and the probiotics actually made his symptoms a lot worse. He hated taking the probiotics. And I hear that all as the same issue for me. It didn't matter if the probiotics were from, food. I have seen some people, I know like a lot of people from like Slavic cultures, and they have literally have eaten, you literally can't be Slavic or live in like Russia or Ukraine or, some of those regions and not eat a highly fermented food at least once a day. You're always eating pickles. You're always eating fermented tomatoes or some sort of yogurt literally every single day. And I can't tell you how many people come out of that culture with tons of gut issues. So if probiotics were for sure going to save that person, you think people in that culture would be immune from gut issues, but they're not. And Dr. Burrell Crohn was like, it's got to be an infection. So he would culture somebody's gut that had Crohn's or colitis, and he would put that bacteria into rats and dogs and rabbits. And he'd be like, okay, are they going to develop Crohn's or colitis or gut inflammation of any kind? Nope, they never, ever developed Crohn's or colitis. Never. And that right there would if bad bacteria and fungi or a gut microbiome or like a bad gut microbiome cause Crohn's and colitis, taking those bacteria and putting them into another animal and putting them into another person would cause the gut disease, but it does not. It never does. And you'll see a lot of people in the holistic community, and I was, guilty of this logic. Let's just call it bad logic, where when you get into the holistic community, it's pretty fashionable. Like the shirt right here is very fashionable. That I don't believe in germ theory. Louis Pasteur is a scam artist. Germs aren't real. But then which is true. But then, you turn around and the person's going, I will get better when I fix my gut microbiome, which is almost the same thing as the germ theory. You're saying that certain bacteria and fungi, you're saying that certain germs are causing your gut disease, even though you've been on antibiotics multiple times, you aren't better, and you've been on probiotics for a couple of years, and you're still not better. And remember, my definition of better is being able to eat anything without living life like a normal person and not getting symptoms. most people in the holistic community, they call themselves better when they're on I just watched Michaela Peterson's video. She's like, guys, I'm cured. She gets major league sick multiple times a year. She can literally only eat 5 foods and they all suck. And she can't go into, she can't leave her house. If the mold index is high for the day, she can't go outside. She can't go to her friend's house if they don't have a $100,000 AC unit. She can only hang out outside on a low mold day. It's like she has to wear a mask, even though she's, doesn't believe in masks. It's literally crazy. How many friends of yours have been on antibiotics and they don't know what probiotics are? They've never taken a probiotic in their life. The only probiotic they have is beer. And they have no gut issues. They totally abuse their body and they don't have any digestive issues. And when you get deeper into the science, you'll learn something that it's called the somatid cycle. You might stumble across it if you get far enough down the terrain theory rabbit hole. This one French scientist observed that, if you look at certain microbes, they can shift between different forms. They can be bacterial, they can be microbacterial, they can go fungal, they can go into yeast, which is a single-celled fungus, and then they can go fungal, which is a multiple cellular form, and then it can go into a cancer phase or extra cells phase. So your cells have the ability to change forms and to, I guess you could say, change species. I don't know if that's like the right zoology term to use. But there's multiple studies online that's saying just stressing rats out will completely mess up their gut microbiome. And, I wish I had more evidence for you guys to kind of better explain this away. But, Dr. Hammer had the best explanation for it. So it starts after a traumatic event. This trauma will impact your brain in a very specific location depending on what organ it decided to put into overdrive. Oh, I want to get rid of this crap. Oh, he's talking about crap. Let's put the colon into overdrive. The colon deals with crap. Oh, I want to digest this thing, but I can't. Oh, he wants to digest and absorb something. Let's put the intestines into overdrive because it absorbs stuff. Oh, I can't digest this thing. Okay, let's put the stomach. Let's put the stomach into overdrive. And during the conflict active phase, there will be cell proliferation to help you. Dr. Hammer tested if in the stomach, if there was like a stomach growth, that growth produced more digestive juices. Like I heard somebody say like 80 times, like quite a bit. So these growths are helping you digest food faster, absorb food better. And during that time, bacteria and fungi are growing during the conflict active phase, but they're not active. There are a lot of people with a messed up gut microbiome, but they don't have any symptoms. And that's why they're probably conflict active. But when the conflict gets resolved, that's when those bacteria and fungi get activated and they start removing those extra gut cells and you get horrible symptoms. And if you take probiotics during that time, there's more bacteria and fungi doing work on your flesh and it's going to hurt more. That's why when people take probiotics, usually they don't feel very good. And when they take antibiotics, there's less bacteria and fungi tearing away at tissue, and that's usually why you feel better after taking antibiotics. Usually the first few times you take antibiotics. So that's what's going on. Think about your friends and family. I know some of you, not all of you, but some of you at this point, well, if stress causes gut disease and disease in general, well, why doesn't everybody have disease? I'm not saying all stress causes disease. I'm saying all disease starts after a traumatic event. This was common knowledge in medicine before Big Pharma took over. Common knowledge. It's in religious texts. It's in old, I'm sure Big Pharma has burnt all the old medical books that mention this. But, if you look hard enough, they're there. They're in modern medical studies. In the 1970s and 80s, we got all this fancy machinery and fancy microscopes, to look at the immune system, which doesn't exist. It's complete hocus pocus. And we just kind of just like went down this rabbit hole, and boom, the brain controls the whole body. So, the guy that was in my 13-day protocol, he was obsessing about the gut microbiome for such a long time and had nothing to show for it. And when, the cool thing about my 13-day protocol is we're a product of our beliefs. And like a lot of courses will just teach you just random crap and expect you to get better. But what I'm doing is I'm instilling certain beliefs in your head to make it almost impossible for you to do something stupid. So like if I drill into your head that it's caused by trauma, you literally won't waste thousands of dollars on probiotics. And you will only focus on dealing with the trauma. And, a lot of people, they'll go, oh, I'll go see my therapist. I've been seeing my therapist for 20 years. They'll be able to help me. Like, you've been seeing your therapist for 20 years. They're like, they haven't helped with it. Like, what have they helped with? It's been 20 years and you're still going to them? It shouldn't take that long to make you, not crazy. So that needs to be dealt with. We need to understand, and I go over this all on my 13-day protocol. I go over like what stress is, what an emotion is. Because when I start telling you guys it's like caused by stress, now you're upset about your symptoms, but now you're also upset every time you get angry and fearful. Oh my God, I got angry. That's going to cause symptoms. Oh my God, I got worried. That's going to cause... Now I'm angry. I'm worried that I'm angry. And it just turns into this... When you don't understand how all this stuff is working and functioning in the background, and then, you have everyone else telling you, all sorts of crazy nonsense. You don't know what to think. Like, I give you everything you need in the 13-day protocol to fix your gut microbiome for good. Without taking, you can, if you want to take probiotics, if you want, you can overpay for kombucha. I had kombucha the other day. Oh God, kombucha sucks. Kombucha doesn't taste good. When you're on these holistic, boring, bland diets, cardboard starts to taste good. But yeah, this literally could not go out of the house because his symptoms were so bad. Couldn't go out on a date with his wife. Couldn't take out his kids. Couldn't do any of that. Diarrhea. It is like leave the door, diarrhea, Take a bite of food, diarrhea. Gut pain, with a side of gut pain. And, slowly uncovering the traumas, working through the trauma, understanding this stuff. He eats whatever his wife cooks him and loves it. And he could tell that was really hurting her feelings, that like he just, it's just like a total like, okay, I got to make a meal for myself and the kids and my husband. Like I got to make like 2 separate meals. These gut diseases and autoimmune diseases are such an inconvenience, not only for you, but for like everybody in your life. I remember going out to restaurants and being like, is that cooked in seed oils? Of course it's cooked in seed oils. We're going out. Like even if you go to an organic place, they're still cooking it in seed oils. Organic food is like, unless you're getting it like straight from the farmer, like most organic food's like a freaking scam. It's literally just a normally grown food with an organic sticker on it half the time. Oh, you need prebiotics. The best prebiotics is fiber. Fiber is literally the hardest to digest. The things that the holistic community are saying, they literally make me want to scream. fiber's the best prebiotic ever. No, it's not. When you make sourdough bread and you use whole grain wheat that has the fiber still intact, the bread literally won't rise because the bacteria can't consume the fiber to make the gas to make the bread to rise. So normally what you have to do is filter out the bran, filter out the fiber, or let it ferment like for twice as long, or add more bacteria. Like, fiber is a horrible prebiotic. The best prebiotic is straight up sugar. But no, sugar's bad. Somebody said sugar's bad. Even though my friends and family eat a ton of sugar and they're fine and they're actually much healthier than me, sugar's bad. I agree, it's not the most, like, life becomes a whole lot better and simpler when you understand all of your issues. You might not get better like instantly understanding that, but walking down that path and continuing to go down that path is the only way you are getting better. You are just going to become poorer, more annoying to hang out with. Your symptoms are going to get worse the more you do this holistic nonsense. You guys got to knock it off and address the true root cause to get better. And if you want the shortcut to doing that, you can sign up for my 13-day protocol. The first day is free in the bio link down below.